what's the appropriate word for penis shaft? What do we want to call it? We want to call it dick. Wiener. I'm gonna say unanimously we're gonna decide on what? Winky? No,
Yes.
I don't like that.
Wiener.
Wiener.
Wee
Okay.
wee.
No, not wee wee. I'm a grown man. Wee wee.
What's the tea? They talk about everything. Rolls on, I'm calling my mom. Paul is here, Barb too, and they talk about everything. Rolls on, I'm calling my mom.
Oh my gosh, season 2. Here we are.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Hold on, I'm calling my mom season 2, the premiere. We're here. I'm Paul. This is my superstar mother, Barbara, who you guys have all made very clear she's your favorite, and I'm okay with that because we need someone to keep the train on the tracks, and we need a superstar to keep y'all entertained. So that's where we like to believe that we are such a
Thanks,
perfect match.
everyone.
I'm proud of us. Look at this. This looks good.
We have our little onesies on. We're going to be cozy.
Can you read what mine says?
I mean, I don't have my glasses on, but
It says number 1 mama's boy.
and mine says
We gotta find your tits and yours.
what does mine say?
I don't know where the fuck the zipper starts, ends. What's happening over here?
It's thick. What's it say?
Jesus. Number 1 mom. Jesus.
Oh, number 1 mom.
That's all it says. Very simple, straight to the point.
Here
This is
we
like
are.
a Housewives season 2 glow up. You know how they get yesified?
Yes.
You know what that means?
No.
It's like, so you're lying to me. So it means like, you know, when they're like on season 1 and like they haven't had the right glam team yet, and they like didn't get the new set of veneers and the hair done yet. Like this is our like season 2 glow up. Like we got in locked in season. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're working on you over there still, but
things are still happening, but yeah.
No, you look good.
Thanks.
Do you seriously
I can't see what I look like anyway.
Girl, I bought you the ring light so you could put the glasses on. So put the glasses on.
Glasses on.
You're saying you can't see yourself. I know. I'm like,
can't
don't
see you. I can't see that. Now I can.
Okay. Good. All right.
I couldn't even read what my thing said.
I'm gonna look out for you though. We're gonna cut this out. Sit up. It does look like you have like one tit.
I thought we were supposed to be comfy.
No, we are, but I want you to like, look like you. There you go. Move that over to the center. There you go. I'm like, push them up.
They're up. It's bulky.
When I first ordered mine, I literally had a camel toe. Like I had to ask them for. You remember the picture?
Yeah, another size.
I had to ask them to redo mine because it literally was just like all nuts. I'm like, I can't be sitting here with my mom and just like it's full on.
Yeah, but now we can't even see it. So I guess you could have stayed with the small.
Hold on.
No. Wait.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got to talk about the new gadget that we got. All right. So there's
gadgets.
There's a slew of new things that we got. First, let's go through the shelf that we have over here. Exhibit A. We have me and you. Iconic picture, if I do say so myself.
Iconic.
I was like, I'm gonna throw my girls in here. My slew of literature.
I love that.
We have Pretty Boys Are Poisonous, a Megan Fox collection of poetry, which top tier literature. And you know me, I'm a ride or die Megan Fox, so we had to have that in the shelf, if you will.
Of course.
Then we have Marina Diamandez, also known as Marina and the Diamonds.
Shout out to Marina. She's just Marina now.
Yeah. So
Brett, look, I knew that.
You did. You had your finger on the pulse of pop culture. I'm really proud of you.
I watched her at Coachella.
Coachella. You said Coachello. That's a cello is an instrument. But thank you for trying. And then we have our girl, Chelsea Handler, her latest book.
Yes.
I'll have what she's having. We have Michael Singer. who is the untethered soul, which for the girlies who have anxiety and self-doubt and all the things like me, it's a New York Times bestseller and I was recommended by many to read it. We have our girl, Mel Robbins, in this motherfucker. We have the let them theory. We live for Mel Robbins on this podcast, as everybody knows. We are ride or
Yes.
die Mel stands.
Let them, baby. Let them.
Period. Then we have our girl, Michelle Obama. And, I like to follow continuity. And I thought I couldn't print out a picture and not have this in here. Is that
Yes, there it is. There
I,
is the picture we talked about last season.
if you are a real motherfucking listener from season 1, you know what this picture represents. And this is my mom's graduation picture that I had in my bedroom
Not high
as a
school. Not high school.
kid. College graduation.
Yes.
And I was made fun of having this in my bedroom because no one else in my family wanted to like recognize this or hold this anywhere else in our house. So I put it up and I was made to feel like I made a shrine for my mom. So I'm taking the power back. We haven't found a spot for this yet. I just wanted to dust it off, let y'all know that
I mean,
we're
I
gonna
think
frame
it
this
should be right over
right on the
your
right side of
shoulder.
me. Should we hang it up right here? What do you think? Should we just have no frame? Just
No
have it with a
frame.
little pin in it.
Absolutely.
I love my mommy.
As you walk out of the kitchen and it's like right there looking at you every day.
I love my mommy. Well, we're gonna work on where we should place this at, but this needs to be put out here for the people to see daily. And then, of course, we have our queen, Princess Jasmine, over at the top, ruling the kingdom. What do you got going on over there? I was kind of more interested in the gadgets that I had sent you over. I want.
We have Exhibit A when my son gets inappropriate. So yes, this will be my new toy of when inappropriateness comes in play.
So when I was spreading my legs for you, that was when
That was a.
I saw
Everybody
that.
will be sick of hearing that.
I'm gonna make a pledge here on the first episode of the season. Cumulatively, I want to go through like how many times you actually press that button.
Yeah.
Well, I said we really have this like new little facelift. We got new mics, we got new cameras, we got new lighting. We elevated because we were like, hold on, I'm calling my mom. It's just gonna keep on growing. I was like, we're not stopping at season 1. We're gonna push the barometer of elevation higher and higher. Whether
Higher and higher.
Barb's sweating over there or not, we're gonna make it happen. And I said we're gonna coin the new slogan that I came up with, which is a long distance mama's boy. That's what I am.
Yep. That's what you are.
Our new slogan is a long distance mama's boy who calls his mom at the most unexpected times and situations. What do you think of that?
I love it. I mean, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Wraps
agree.
it all up in a bow.
Pretty much. Also, the fact that we really needed to get a cracking on season 2 because we both still don't have therapists. So we
That
are
we
each
don't.
other's therapists right now. So I was like, we really need this now more than ever.
Yes, agree.
Which I'm going to share my therapist story to everybody, but I'm going to wait until I drop the TikTok because that's a whole nother story in itself that people need to hear because that was still, I mean, we were jaws to the ground, gagged.
Needless to say, you are, yes, in search of a new therapist.
Yeah. We have a lot of things to celebrate. I said, today, the episode, May 5th, is Brett's cancer anniversary.
We call it the unanniversary.
The unanniversary.
Yes, because I always think anniversary is like a celebration. Obviously, that is not a celebration, so we call it an unanniversary.
We were like, we can't do this episode unless we acknowledge little old Brett and give him a shout out about how much we love him and how happy we're to have him 16 years after we found out that he had cancer. So cheers to Brett on this episode. And I have his little gift right next to me. His little candle that he got me. Special, right?
We love you, Brett.
Love you, Brett. He doesn't listen anyway, but we love you. He'll never hear this. Love you.
He's a silent fan.
Yeah.
That's because this is nothing new to him.
He supports when we need him to. We'll say that. We love you, Brett. Well, the people want to know, Barb, what have you been doing on your downtime, on your hiatus since, the accumulated fame you've obtained since season 1? What have you been doing in your spare time?
I know my calendar.
I didn't even think we were going to be able to book you for this, to be honest.
I know. It was cutting it close, honestly. Socializing,
Barb's
doing
been
Pilates
outside.
class.
She has been. She's been on the reformer. She's trying to get it right and tight, being a bad bitch for the summer.
Body positive. I'm doing
What is that?
Pilates.
What does body positive mean?
Like I'm eating healthy. I'm doing workouts. On nice days, I'm doing walks. I love to read. And I always read like thrillers and murders and detectives and stuff. And I kind of tried to open my horizon and got another kind of style book. So I'm trying that out. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, you're living.
I know.
What are you going to ask me what I've been doing?
What have you been doing on your time off?
Oh, well, I've been trying to keep this podcast going,
That you have.
and here we are. We're getting the podcast on and popping. That was a thing that we were very intentional about. Like, just even looking at you, we get to see your true beauty, because not for nothing, the last setup was not it. We this is a vibe.
This is a vibe. I mean, everybody starts out somewhere. So, we're progressing. That's all. We're elevating it. Is that
Say that again.
elevated?
We're
We're
on the hold on, I'm calling my mom evolution.
Yes, we're elevating it.
That's what I want to say too. We acknowledged all these other things. I need to acknowledge the people who've been holding it down since season 1. We cranked out 30 episodes.
We did. I didn't even realize that until like at the end when you said that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, we put in a lot of work.
And we did. They were all great episodes too. I think
They
we had
really
a lot
were.
of fun. People enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. So that's why I was excited to keep the momentum going, because I was like, we're not just going to fizzle out. Did you know, I literally Googled it. It said there was like a 75% rate of people who start a season 1 podcast. 75% don't start a new season again. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we just broke the statistics. We're here today,
Look at
everybody.
us. Look at us.
We are the 15%. Is it 15?
Barrier breakers.
Is that 75 to 85, 95?
25.
25. That's 25%. We are in the 25% of people who are still keeping it moving. That's impressive.
That is very impressive.
So when you
I
think
love
that you're
it.
not enough, Barb, and you're struggling on days and you have to look yourself in the mirror, you can think, I got up and my son told me to sit in this chair and be a part of this podcast, and here you are. So round of applause.
He absolutely told me.
Yeah. Yeah, let's make a disclaimer. Barb has chosen electively to sit in this chair and participate. Nobody is pressuring her.
I know, I'm kidding.
I love our little chair. It's so comfy.
I know. I feel like I can like really sit back and talk and relax.
Me too.
Like we're chatting. Like
Yeah.
this is
Oh, what else I've been up to? I've gone 150 days, no alcohol.
Yes, that's the best.
I feel like there's a negative connotation with that. Like, as soon as people hear that, they're like, oh my gosh, what was wrong with you? Why do you not? And I'm like, I made an elective decision because I wanted to lock in 2025. I felt like alcohol, like many other people, is showing up everywhere, right? Like, I'm going to a concert, I'm going to a friend's birthday, I'm going on vacation, I'm at home and we're just cracking a bottle of wine, I'm going to dinner. I'm like, it just was everywhere. And if you guys are like me and you're an anxiety-ridden girly, it was not the vibe. And I just was feeling down even worse. And I was like, I have big goals that I want to conquer this year. And I was just reevaluating my 2025 goals. And I was like, what's serving me at this point? Has it benefited me? No. So anything that did not benefit me this year, I was like, peace. I'm out. Like I'm ready to start fresh. I was like, I'll give myself 90 days because that's the longest I've done consistently. And we're at like 150. So
And how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel like there's moments where I sometimes am like, oh, okay, like it's like I've gone to dinners with people and I'm always the type of person like, oh my gosh, if you're in a safe space with me, like girl, if you want to wild out and it happens, I'm here to look after you, you know? Like I don't want people to feel like, oh, I can't drink because I'm like I want people to be themselves. And if you love drinking,
Yeah.
great, go for it. Like, I also don't know if I'm 100% like wanting to do this forever. I'm just riding it out. Like, I don't know if you go on vacation, am I going to want a cocktail? Maybe. I don't know, you know? So,
I know, but I'm so proud of you. And I think
thanks.
it definitely has made your thought process and your creativity come out more. And I feel like someone with anxiety, it takes a little while longer for it to get out. And it would create more anxiety for you as days followed, not only the night of, but as days followed. So I think that's been your anxiety. I mean, you have anxiety, but I think that enhanced it.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm
I
very
felt like,
proud of you.
thanks, mom.
You're welcome.
Well, I said it's nice to have support because, you know, some hating ass bitches, you go out, people like, you're no fun anymore. You're not. I'm like,
Yes.
girl, I'm still
And you've
fun.
stood I know, and you stood strong, and I love that. And now look, you have people actually coming to you, asking you, like,
I know.
for advice and for support and stuff like that. So obviously there was a reason for it, and now people are looking to you to be that supporter for them. So I'm even prouder that that's coming
Thanks.
across to people.
I just didn't want my judgment to be clouded. And I felt like, specifically with this podcast, with work, with my own personal goals of like getting tight and right, being consistent, like I want to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was not conducive to that because I feel like I have so much more creative clarity. Like even doing this with you, I'm like, oh my gosh, like we have like there's a through line, like everything just feels more polished. I feel very much locked in. So yeah, I'm gonna ride the wave.
You're a strong Virgo, so when you do put your mind to something, it's happening.
Period, 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 period. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
There's no I'm doubling down on it.
Yep,
So it's
you don't care what
absolutely happening.
anybody says, what anybody tries to push on you or anything. It's when it's in your head, that's it, period.
A bitch lost 5 pounds, so we're not mad about that either. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I
there's been
mean.
pros.
It's like for your health, for mentally, physically, absolutely.
The skin is skinning. I feel like we
The
got a little
skin
dewy
is
glow.
glowing, absolutely.
We're locked in, honey. We're ready to go. This is a whole new this I feel like this is a new chapter and era, and I'm happy about it.
Me too.
I mean, it's a great month for you too. It's your birthday month.
It is.
Barb's gonna be
No, another year older, that's all.
we'll get it out of her. We'll get it the
It's
disclosed
just
number at a
another
certain
year
point.
older. Look, you know me, full disclosure, I have a thing about age. I have a thing about it. I
You
don't
do.
obviously there's no choice of getting older. I want to get older because that means I'm here, but I don't want to get older because I don't like
I don't think
saying the
anyone loves it.
age.
But hold
Like,
on, hold the fuck up because guess what? Everybody that I've been talking to who is so kind and when they show genuine love to the podcast, you know what they say? They go, "Oh my gosh, your mom, seeing her from just season 1, episode 1 to the end of like season 1, episode 30, people were like, she's amazing. She's so good." Like I literally watched my mom witness her find her confidence. Like you are so much more secure. And that to me becomes with age because you might have not always you would have not been down to do this with me 5 years ago.
oh, I totally wouldn't have been down 5 years
No,
ago for
that's why
that.
when I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, why didn't we do this 5 fucking years ago? It's because my mom wouldn't been ready. I don't think I would have been ready.
No, I agree. Yeah. No, I'm not saying with age doesn't come like great insight and, you learn a lot and you change a lot. It's just like I have friends now that are retiring, and that's like scary to me.
Well, they're retiring and settling down with someone special, which is what I want to reveal to the listeners and the viewers of what our special season arc of this season is. Because, first season, we just did things that felt good to us, that we wanted to be better. It was very self help. Look, you thought I put you out of your comfort zone season 1, girl, buckle the fuck up because season 2, is we are getting Barb outside. We are getting her in the dating field. I know that we talked about it very briefly, but no, this season is going to have literally getting Barb. We're going to watch her journey. We are going to get her out there. We're going to set up the dating apps. We're going to have sex therapists on. We're going to have a love expert on. We're going to have the sexual health doctor on. We're going to have someone to come on and like get Barb cute and ready, even cuter than she already is for a date to make sure she's prepped and ready to go. Like we are getting Barb out here. And the final episode of this season, which I hope you guys all tune in to watch us get to that point and get that far, is I will be doing a matchmaking game with my mom, and I'm going to be the matchmaker. So I'm a son going to set my mom up on dates. So that might sound crazy as hell, but we are going to have a live speed dating round for my mom to get. That's her saying, hell to the no. Hell to the no.
That's the goal. Let's see how we get there.
You know, it's so funny because you were so like, I told you to save it because we started talking about it on the phone and I was like, I knew we were recording today. And you were so in your head about doing this.
Yeah.
You're like nervous.
Petrified.
I know. What is the reason that you're nervous?
I don't know.
Is it the possibility of rejection, the possibility of putting yourself out there? Girl, hold on, you got a little top lip sweat. Are you all right? No.
Do I?
No, I'm kidding.
My lips are chapped. Can you say that they're chapped?
No. Do you want some? This is from my from last season. This is my Trader Joe's lip balm that we're still endorsing on the podcast. So hold on, let me reapply.
Oh, that's too funny. Is it?
Mm-hmm. We love continuity on here.
Yeah, I feel like my lips are chapped.
No, what is it? Wait, I'll tell you.
I think it's all the above.
You're nervous about the possibility of just putting yourself out there because you have never done that.
Yes.
So that's what's hindering you. Like you're just getting in your head about the fact of getting yourself out into the dating world.
Yes, I am a Gemini and I can be introverted, extroverted, but I like my
privacy.
Yeah, I just like my thing. I get into my own thing and it's hard for me to get out of.
I know. And that's why I feel like if me being your son, I'm like, I got to push my mom to do this because if I don't do it, she's not going to do it. And I think anybody would be lying if they witness their mom go through a bad marriage and relationship and know what a great person that she is, how she deserves endless love because she is so selfless and has so much love.
Endless love.
What's that? What's that? Is that a Bon Jovi song?
No, that's from
Seal.
My Endless Love.
Luther Vandross.
Now I gotta look that up. I just know the song, and it's from a movie, but it's also like a love song. My Endless Love. Who sings that?
My Endless Love.
My Endless Love.
It's Diana Ross and Lionel Richie.
Yes.
Endless Love. Yes, Diana. Yes. Endless Love.
That's a beautiful song.
Well, yeah. So don't try to change the subject. So we're going to go back to So the reason why this is important is because, like, selfishly, I want my mom to just always, like, I like this Three's Company that me, you, and Brett have. It's special, and that's an unbreakable bond. But, like, as my mom gets older, I want her to be able to have somebody who loves her unconditionally because I know she has that love to give.
I do. My boys.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, but your boys can't give you that good love that you need.
Oh, I was going to say, take care of me. I was like, bitch, get ready.
No.
Another year older.
We're trying to push Big Blue on out of here, and we're trying to find a man to come into your bedroom. So my thing is, like, you know, like, you've always been there with me on the journey of finding love, right? You've been my confidant, my wing woman, like, you know, you've always given me advice and, like, you know, from, you know, terrible one night stands or bad relationships or just when I really feel like I was lost and didn't understand myself, you were there. You supported me for that. So I'm like, I feel like, hey, now the roles are reversed. That is parentification for you. Parentification is a real thing. It's when the kid, like me, stepping in the driver's seat and I'm saying, bitch, you're in the passenger seat, buckle up, and we're going on this journey together. Because deep down inside, I know you want it. I think you're trying to tell yourself you might not be interested in doing it because the work to get there is just too much for you. And girl, you were sweating bullets and stressed out just even setting up the equipment to get on the podcast today. So I'm like, pushing you out there is going to be a lot. Exactly. So I'm like, we need to, slow but steady. And that's why I thought, wow, how amazing that somebody could look at my mom and think, how inspirational is that? She's only been with one person her whole life other than Big Blue. And she has been in one relationship. That's it. She's been in one relationship, serious relationship.
Yeah.
She's deep down inside is that little Barbara Ann who's scared to just hop out here and be
now
afraid.
we're adding full names and middle names.
We're adding governments. Barbara Ann is just scared of getting out here and being outside and being a freak hoe and tapping into it. And it's all right. We're gonna you like baby steps, and that's why we gave you a nice progression of getting you to the finish line in a comfortable way.
Okay.
I didn't convince you with that.
We shall see.
Second episode of first season, we had Lisa Copeland on to talk about dating. Barb maybe didn't follow through and everything. I mean, you really haven't been on a dating app like that.
No.
Like that was the intention, but you never really like followed through with it.
No.
So that alone is like scary to you.
I didn't even respond to the slide in of the DM last season.
Yeah, she left that shit on red.
Unread.
Before we jump there, me and you have been talking, and the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast has got a couple new fun segments.
We do.
Everybody who listens knows that I'm calling you because I always got a good story and I got multiple. So there's always too many to decide from. So we're calling this segment Hold the Fuck Up.
So let me tell you something.
And it's going to be because, most times that I'm calling you, I'm like, oh my gosh, did this just happen? Is this for real? Did this person just do this? Did I hear what I think I'm hearing correctly? So this is my hold the fuck up moment, okay? I went to the dermatologist. We go for our annual mole checks. And as I was there, my dermatologist is a gay man. He's sweet. He means well. He's very nice. As we're talking, he really enlightens me and informs me on things that happen with the human body in terms of like, with aging and just things that like, the only place that hair doesn't grow on your body is like your palms and the bottom of your foot. That's crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. So he told me that a man's penis shaft grows hair on it, like will continue to grow hair on it. And I had a nightmare the following night that I was out with my friends and we were on a boat. And for whatever reason, we were like in Speedos and we got naked and everybody had hairy dicks, like Chewbacca-ass style. And I literally woke up and I was almost sweating. Like I thought it was real. Like, those vivid dreams that you think is real. I thought that was happening. Who wants hair down their penis? What? Did you know that?
No, I did not. No.
Your penis shaft, you're telling me, is growing hairs the size of that eyebrow hairs down it?
I mean, have you seen, I'm sure you have seen penises. Have you seen hair up on penises?
I've seen like little, like maybe like one or two like longish hairs that like, because to me, it's like, here's the diagram, right? Here's the thing. What do we want to call it? We want to call it Dick Johnson.
Oh, well, all right. I'll take that buzzer back. A winky.
Wiener.
Oh, wiener's good. I want Buzz Wiener.
No, I don't like wiener. Feels too. What's the appropriate word for this?
Penis?
That feels too formal.
You have to use the correct verbiage for body parts.
And balls. I'm gonna say unanimously we're gonna decide on what? Winky? No, yes. I don't like that.
Wiener.
Okay.
Wee-wee.
No, not wee-wee. I'm a grown man. Wee-wee. All right, your penis. All
right, there you go.
Penis. Okay. That's what they made us do in sex ed class. They made us yell it so everybody would stop laughing. So you're telling me your penis like there's like a base where the pubes are, right? I get that. Everyone's got that happening. Usually it trickles up a little bit, but there's like a line that it stops. He's
He's
telling me
saying
that
it goes that there's no way.
Yes.
Have you ever seen hair up of
He's saying old people. Have you seen an old guy's dick?
amateurs? I've seen a lot of penises.
And you don't see hairs up and down it?
No.
He's telling me it is
I've
very
seen
normal.
them get very turtle-like, and I have not seen hair on penises. No.
He told me that the hair will keep growing. That is one place that the hair will keep growing. I literally wrote this down because I was mortified. I said, "You mean to tell me that what we have to look when we get older is long, saggy balls and hairy dicks?"
No. I've never seen hair on a person's penis.
Literally wrote down to remember this. What am I bitching about this week? Hair grows on the penis shaft. WTF? Dermatologist said it just happens the older you get. I don't want to get old. What kind of treatments do you get for that?
Laser.
Is there treatment? What is that?
Wax.
Can you imagine getting your penis Brazilian? What is it?
Yeah, Brazilian wax.
A Brazilian wax on your penis?
No.
Can you imagine getting laser hair removal on your penis?
No, I've never seen it growing on someone's penis. Ever.
He made it seem like it's going up, like it's grow, like it's like
Yeah,
you shave
like
a
a
part of your
palm
eye
tree.
like this.
Like a palm tree.
Here's the penis, and it's just gonna have this line of hair
Like
down
a
it.
palm tree. Like here's the stalk of the palm tree, and then the palm.
Yeah, and the little fuzzy pieces on it. Who wants a little 5 o'clock shadow on a penis? I did talk about it amongst my friends, and my friend did sleep with somebody that they used to have a code name called Prickly Dick because he shaved his dick because it was so hairy. So it is.
Oh. All right. Maybe it's not everybody then.
I'm a little concerned about growing older for that reason.
Yeah, that's the worriment.
I didn't ask him about badges for you, so don't worry about it. I didn't ask him what happens with that, so we can ask somebody later this season what's going on with that.
Follow up on your next appointment.
I'll ask. So what can I tell my mom about hers?
Oh Lord.
Okay, so what's your hold the fuck up moment?
My hold the fuck up moment.
I'm sorry, what? What was that?
What is it called?
Hold the fuck up. Your hold the fuck up moment?
My hold the fuck up moment
So let me tell you something.
was, did anybody know that the windshield wiper on the driver's side is longer than the one on the passenger side? I did not know that. So I've been wanting to get my...
No.
You didn't know that?
No.
Me neither.
No, I had no idea.
I know. So I went to my girlfriend's house, and first the girls at work were all worried for me because we were getting a lot of storms, and I was telling them about my windshield wipers. They literally all text me to make sure I got home okay because it was like flopping. I was like, it's flopping all over. They're like, get that fixed.
That sounds like the hairy dick we were just talking about.
So I went to my girlfriend's. All right, I got to leave early before it starts raining. They were like, why? And I was like, because I need new windshield wipers. They were like, oh my gosh. So they have like a store or whatever, like a car place around the corner from them. So I was like, I hate being a big girl. I got to go in and buy them myself. So I went in and bought them. And I had to like take a picture of my license plate, and they had to pull up what kind of car I had.
Just to get windshield wipers?
Just to get windshield wipers. I was like, why do you need my license plate or the VIN number or something? So I went in, I bought them, and I walked out like of the door before I got back in the car. And I was like, why are these two different lengths? So I went in and I said, oh, I think he gave me two different ones. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, one's longer than the other. And he was like, that's because the windshield wiper on the driver's side.
I love how innocent your moments are because they're very different than mine. But you really just taught everybody listening.
Oh, so it was my first time purchasing windshield wipers and getting them on a car. I know.
Yes. Good job, Mom.
I was like a big girl. I was all grown up.
She's a big girl now.
I was driving home and it started to pour, and I called them and I was like, oh my God, this is mean? Like they wiped right off of it?
So Barb's windshield wiper debacle is that she didn't know that there were two different sizes. And now she's so butch that she can put that shit together herself.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I had John put the one.
Okay. She had her best friend's husband do it. So, okay.
Yes.
So she's not a big girl after all.
I went in and bought them. Hello.
Okay.
Nothing? Nothing?
No, crickets. Hit the buzzer. That's not good enough. Hit the buzzer.
Hell no.
Well, I love how drastically different our worlds are. Is that I'm worried about my dick getting hairy as I get older, and my mom is teaching the world about different size windshield wipers. Who says the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast is not
I'm
informative?
here to inform and to teach.
You really are. You are.
I really am.
You're doing the Lord's work, Barb. Good job. Kudos to you. Speaking of stories, our segment that we like to call on the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast is Mom, Would You Ever? So how this works of what we do is, since me and you are so close, we're so tight, we literally run everything by each other. Everybody who listens knows this at this point. I want to read every week to you a crazy ass outlandish story from a mom and son pair.
Okay.
And Barb, show the props to the people that we got for you to say. So we have a red X. What would we call that? Like what is it called when you like auction things off? It's like an auction pad. We have a red X paddle and we have a green check paddle. I'm going to read the scenario to my mom and see if Barb's giving it a or if she's giving it a check.
Yay! An or a yay.
So Mom, Would You Ever? That's the new segment, and we're going to understand how far Barb can be pushed and how far she thinks things are too close. If it's too out of bounds, too out of left field. So
you're going to give your opinion too.
I'm going to give my opinion too, because I'm like, I don't know. I might challenge you on it. You know me. I love to like challenge people on how they feel and understand why.
No, I think we need to challenge. Either we agree or disagree and state why.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Son of OnlyFans model admits he films his mom's OnlyFans content.
Ew, absolutely not.
See, I'm going.
There's a boundary. No, let me state mine.
Okay.
Okay. You're saying go. No, you're saying yes.
Yes, because he has openly said that he does not get aroused, which we hope that was the case because it's his mom.
That's your pointer?
No. That's not why. That's not why.
The number one pointer?
No. Hold on. Because I'm like, listen, if his mom loves doing it, and it depends what it is first. Is it penetration? Like, is he in there with her, or is it
first for the people who don't know, OnlyFans is
everybody, we do not need to do a disclaimer on the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast about what OnlyFans is. If you do, you should not be listening.
OnlyFans, you can't have penetration on OnlyFans. I thought it was just like certain body parts.
No, OnlyFans, you can. You're like,
you can.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah,
I thought it was just like just you doing your thing, like feet or showing a little boob or something. I didn't know it was actual
No, there's like a van in West Hollywood that drives around and they just like tell people to meet them somewhere and they like come in the van and they just like do their thing and they record it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like they're getting on.
I did not know that.
So
some people don't know.
Well, it's you. So I'm going to give you an for that as my mom to not know what that is. I'm like, come on, girl. You sing Bongos by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. You're a part of pop culture. You're the one telling me all these like things that I don't know. And you don't know what OnlyFans is. How do you not know what it is?
I just didn't know that they could like video. Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't think that it was. I just thought it was like you said, like, you know, little things here and there.
So the Sun says in this article where he discussed his career endeavor of filming his mom's OnlyFans content, he considers it to just be another job. He's 19. Said that he found some scenes he filmed gross, and his mom said he often says her work is disgusting. However, He has elsewhere defended her from people who have asked him, "You are not ashamed of your mother selling herself? Do you film her like this?" So they seem to have a very close relationship like us. Are you looking to start an OnlyFans account?
No. Yeah, that crosses all boundaries. That crosses every boundary that I love you and I love our relationship, but that boundary will never, ever, ever be crossed.
I
Ever.
think no, I don't wanna say that I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm saying I'm not mad. Like, get your bag. Go ahead. Like, if the son and mom are comfortable with it and he's helping her out, maybe she's in tough times and maybe she's got
Then
to.
have like a rando do it, or somebody, not your son.
What happens if
Your
it's just
son
like?
doesn't need that to see that
What
or be
happens if it's?
part of that.
What happens if it's just like foot fetish things? Like she's like rubbing her like feet and she's like oiling herself up and she's just like
No,
playing. Is it
no. I
too,
I I don't, yeah. I think things need to be private.
so you're on no on the feet too. You're
I'm
still
on yes. No, 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 no.
She was so no, she almost took out the mic. So you wouldn't even do it. What happens if it was just like her in like fishnets and lingerie and she's just like posing seductively? Is that still no?
That's still a no. Yeah.
See,
I
uh,
just don't think that a son needs to see their mom in that kind of scenario. There are boundaries. If a kid walked in on you having sex, even if you were older, you wouldn't continue to still have it. You would
well, maybe
stop and be like, "Oh,
this son might say, "Hey, mom, I've got new extra content for you. Stay there and keep doing your thing. Rock it
yeah,
out."
you." No, no,
No, okay,
no.
listen, I'm not for the sexual parts of it, so to say, because I do agree there's certain things that to each their own. If that's what makes their relationship go round and round, be blessed. My thing though is if it's like just I don't know if it's like the foot stuff or if it's like
And he's
lingerie.
19. He's only 19.
There's
Ask him in
girls,
10 years what he thinks of that. He's probably in therapy, on medication.
girl, not you therapizing him.
Yeah, he's
But
needing a lot of help in
I
10
mean,
years,
I mean,
witnessing and being part of that. Like,
it could just be as simple as her taking her titties and smashing balloons and, like, people, like, pay for that.
that's fine. If that's what she wants to do, have someone who is not her relative video it.
You know what this reminds me of?
Well,
You're not startled by that transition? It reminds me of
oh Lord, what are we gonna say?
that time.
Do I need to get it ready?
It reminds me of girl, let me talk.
I
It
don't know if
remind
I wanna get it out yet.
it reminds me of the time it was actually during the pandemic. I had to make some money. No, and I didn't get on OnlyFans, so no, don't because you look like you're about to be like, what bomb are you about to drop?" I had somebody that was posting that they were looking for, like, account managers for, like, a talent agency, and I was like, "Oh, sure, like, I need some money, maybe I'll do this, like, maybe you can work from home and you can do this." So I go to the house, which was the office, and I come to find out while I'm there, it's a talent agency, but it's for OnlyFans models.
Oh, I remember that.
So,
I I do
what
remember that.
what we were instructed to do
Yes,
essentially was to talk dirty to the
on the
people who
phone.
were paying. It was messaging them, like,
Oh,
so
yes. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
so if
Oh my
somebody
god, I
literally is
do
like,
remember this. Oh my god, I totally forgot.
"Yeah, I blacked it out." I think I worked there for, like, 2 weeks, and I was like, "I'm out," if that. I had to literally, like, "Yeah, big daddy, do you like when I rub?" I'm like, "I cannot," and, like, people are responding back to that, the
Didn't they,
messages.
like, say something to you about, like, "Oh, you need to be, like"
They wanted you to be, like, fully in it. It was like, "You need to make
yeah.
sales."
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Listen, times were tough, and we gotta get to the money when we can, so I was like, "There's no shame in my game," so I was like, "Okay, let me test this out for 2 weeks." I was literally almost like a phone sex operator, but via DM on OnlyFans, because the OnlyFans creators, they don't always communicate with these
Which is
people.
weird, like, you're literally, like, texting people.
I literally was talking dirty to the OnlyFans subscribers as they were thinking that I was an OnlyFans creator talking to them.
Yeah.
So I had to get in the mindset of like this one woman's account that we were running. And I'm like, okay, how would I be if I was like a big boob bad bitch and like these guys were talking to me? I'd be like, yeah, you want this big titty smashed on your head? Like you would have to talk like that. And some of these guys were like, yeah. And the worst part about it is that I felt from a psychological standpoint is that these guys were really like addicted to this.
Yeah.
And they would say, "Hey, I only have $3 in my account. That's all I can give you." So I'm like, this guy's on his couch with $3 and they're having me milk out the $3 for him for her to get the $3 to her account. Come on, this is sad.
You see, I did teach you to have a moral compass.
You did, because where I
Not
really
for,
drew,
not for 2 weeks, but
it was maybe like a week and a half. It was like a week and a half.
yeah, it was a very short time.
So guess what? That never went on my resume. Yeah. So no,
I
that one's
forgot
not.
about that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look, I found a text message that you sent me supporting me. You sent me a text supporting me on this creative endeavor. And August 18th, 2021, you said, "Good luck, sweetie. You'll be fine. Just take a breath and just watch how other people do things. Love you. Text me if you get a break to let me know how it's going."
Are you sure that's for that?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes. And then the screenshot that I have above it is, "Oh, really? Tell me how much you love looking at my dick print in my undies." That is insane.
That's
And why did I
insane.
why did I even like do that to begin with?
I don't know.
Listen, I'm usually quick to learn, and it took me a week and a half to realize that was not it. Look, I'm getting hot just thinking about it. Speaking of past stories of trauma, we have many of them on the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. Don't get the goddamn buzzer ready like you're gonna press it. I saw you going for it. I decided that we're gonna come up with a game called Run It Back. Because there's always so many nostalgic moments that we have as mom and son that I feel like we talk about often, that I was like, we need to cut out a designated time for us to go over this. And I thought it would be really funny and refreshing for us to talk about things because you didn't even remember that I worked at this job. You
I
blacked that
know.
out.
Funny.
That these funny stories should be told and shared. So what I want us to do for this segment moving forward is I express and relay a story from the past that you might not remember. Sometimes I'll say, "Oh, that happened." You're like, "No, it didn't." So it's going to be funny to see if you actually remember these things or not. Because I have a memory like an elephant. I remember everything.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, all right.
So let's run it back. I don't know if you recall this, but I vividly do. Is that essentially there was a friend that I had, and you wouldn't let me hang out with her anymore because her smelled like fish. Do you know who that is? Do you know who the person is?
Yes.
So there was this girl that I was friends with back in the day. And, I don't know if her hygiene was always the best. And we would go out a lot of places, me, you, and Brett. And I was always about bringing the real ones around. Like if you were my best friend, you would always come with us no matter where. We're a type of
I
family, we bring you in.
yes,
Yeah.
we bring you in. I would bring them everywhere with us.
So we brought this girl everywhere with us. She was like, me and her were like, we were linked up.
Yeah.
And, there were a lot of times as the relationship blossomed that things didn't smell too right. And it was one of the moments as a kid that you don't really understand how to go about something in that nature. It was like every time she got in and out of the car when we picked her up is when you got the woof of like salmon being cooked in a microwave.
I don't know if it was salmon.
What was it? What was it? Catfish? Tilapia? What was it?
Flounder.
Not flounder. Stop. Don't bring him into Little Mermaid. Don't bring Little Mermaid into this. You wouldn't let that be the end all be all. You still like look at the person and the body of work and know that like, she was a good person and, maybe she had good qualities about her. And then I think the straw that broke the camel's back was that all the girls were invited to sleep over her house with her. And, the girls would always invite me. I was always like the boy that could be invited to sleep over the girls' house with them. And before I even got there to sleep over, the rest of the girls were there. I was going to come later. And
Yes.
I didn't live this far from that person. And the girls all started blowing up our house phone, calling me and saying that they couldn't breathe because it smelled like cat at her house. And one of the girls was breaking out in rashes. The other one said it smelled like fish. And then it smelled like cat. So then what ended up happening from this extravagant sleepover is that the one that was supposed to be at this girl's house, all those girls fled, left her there, and then they came to my house to get sweatshirts. So then they could go back to sleep over this girl's house so they could stick through it through the night so they could cover up their faces and didn't have to breathe it all in. Who wants to sleep over somewhere that smells like cat and fish? I'm sorry, I'm out.
But you slept over.
No. I kindly declined.
Oh, yes, you did.
I declined because why am I going to go over there if the girls are fleeing there to come to my house to borrow sweatshirts to spend the night in there?
And I think they came over at like 8 o'clock the next, like bright and early. Like
no, they were ready
in the morning.
Yeah, they were ready to be out. They were over it.
Yeah, they all came over our house at and went to sleep in your room.
Yeah, they all came over and ended up sleeping. It was like the sleepover turned into our house. It was like a neighborhood extravaganza.
Yeah, totally.
Now looking back, how do you think we could have handled that situation? Do you think we could have pulled her to the side?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have like bought her some stuff, like made a little basket maybe.
No. Can you do that though?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Well, then
Like
one of the other
little basket for something.
I want this to disclaim this is that we really rode hard for her because the local parents that I was friends with, the parents stopped wanting their kids to spend the night over there because they said they would come home and it smelled like cat and fish.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I can't even say this with a straight face. Because I'm like this, I'm gonna be real. If I knew I was on people's minds as the girl that smelled like cat and fish, one of my friend's mom literally told her she was forbidden to sleep over the house anymore because of that. And Barb, I'm gonna give kudos to you. You were a real one because you still let me rock out with her despite all the.
Of course, because she was a sweet girl. She was sweet.
But then she burned me.
She did.
She burned me.
Yeah, but she was a sweet girl at that given time. And
at that time. As we're rewinding this and dissecting, is there somewhere for this to go, or is we just letting it be that she got its dank? Is there anything to the story, or is that it?
That's it.
Are we fixed? Are we helping her? Are we giving tips? What are we doing here? Is that just the end of it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there's anywhere. I don't think there's anywhere for us to go with that.
No.
So do we blame her or the parent? I'm blaming the parent.
Yeah, that's what
because her parents didn't set her up for success.
Yeah, I don't think that they like encourage certain things to be done. Yes.
But is it fair for a parent to not want their kids to go over to a house like that? I say yes. I'm sorry. If my kid's coming home smelling like fish and pee and cats, I'm sorry, you're not welcome over there anymore.
I mean, I'd rather maybe with that than the other house that we dropped you off at that I was scared to death.
Which one?
Where me and the other mom dropped you and another son, her son off.
I think that girl was actually a part of it. And we went over a friend's house. This maybe was like, it was like 5th grade.
Yeah.
And this kid was cool. He was always nice to me. We were in like the same group of friends. And this was the first time that you were ever letting me. That's something we got to discuss now too, is that I don't know how the young generation kids are moving it, but like, I'm still standing by this old mentality that if I don't know the parents, I'm walking my kid up to the door and I'm introducing myself and I want to get to know the parents.
I always did that. I always did that.
And I think sometimes I might have thought like, oh my God, my mom's doing this. But like, I watch too many crime docs now and I don't play with that shit. Like that's a 100%.
Always had to meet the parents, always had to know like kind of the situation. Yeah.
100%.
So this was one of the cases where I didn't know the parents.
Yeah, so you went to this person's house, you walked up to the front door with all the kiddos and another mom of a mom of one of the kids that was with us,
Yes.
and I will never forget that when there
And you did have a flip phone at that point.
I did have a flip phone, I did.
It was like 111-2223.
Yeah, yeah, you had to do T9 when you text it, yeah. And when you were at the front door, the parent didn't greet you, didn't say hello, didn't say anything, and just stood there, and we all looked very puzzled,
And then the aunt of the kid started talking for the mother. The mom just stood there looking terrified, as not even to speak to us. Like, she looked straight through us. She didn't blink. She didn't move. And we would ask her something, and then the aunt would answer. And me and the other mom were like, what is going on? And we sat and said to you and the other group of kids, like, you need to call us. Don't leave that room with that kid, like, with all of yous. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Like, we were like, we're putting down. We literally went into the car and sat there for 10 minutes because we were like, in 10 minutes, if you don't feel comfortable, we'll still wait outside.
Yeah, I remember you looked at me and you literally said, "I'm coming back on that hour that I told you I'm coming back. Like, I will
Yes.
not be there a minute after. I will be there." And
Yes.
let me tell you, it was some weird ass vibes in that house. Like, the
In an
dad
hour, you were ready to go.
Yes, we called you in an
Yeah.
hour because the kid came downstairs, and I'll never forget the look on his face. He was like, "It's my dad. We have to hide." And the dad was, like, coming downstairs, and everyone ran and dispersed, and I was like, "What is happening?" And I remember I think I immediately called you and was like, "Come get us now. Like, we're ready to go." Like, we made an executive decision. We're out.
Yes. Which was sad because the kid was a very
He
nice
was
kid.
nice. He was
Like,
nice.
always polite to me and everything. Yes.
But that house was
That
not good.
was
There was demonic spirits in that house.
me and the other mom. We literally parked down the street and we sat there and we were like, holy shit, what just happened? How are we leaving our children like that? Like, what were we supposed to do? Be like, nope, you can't stay. Come on, you're going.
Yeah, that was a rough one. That one, I remember that one. That lives rent free in my head. I love doing this with you. It felt like a piece of my heart was missing all the weeks that we weren't doing this.
I know, I agree.
It feels like we're back at home.
Here we are. I agree. And
And
now everybody gets to listen to all of our combos
again.
again.
All right, everybody, before we close out this episode, as I mentioned earlier in the episode, we are going to have on dating expert Lisa Copeland on next episode. So tune in next week because we are getting into the nitty gritty. We are going to be picking pictures for Barb. We're going to be filling out her profile. We're going to be seeing how she should be interacting with men. We have so many questions that we're going to be diving in with Lisa to talk through. But I'm leaving this up to the audience, and I want to hear what you also think, Mom, because ultimately it's your decision. But
Oh.
Barb...
Okay.
Barb doesn't even know what dating app to go on. I'm not getting my mom on some like Tinder bullshit. I'm not having her on like Bumble. Like, she's
I
not
need
looking.
Raya.
Maybe Raya, but like, I'm not in the dating game either. So I don't know. A lot of friends will be like, oh, Tinder's a hookup app now. So I'm like, we need to get to the bottom of this.
What's the one you swipe one way or the other way if you like them?
Tinder. That's like swipe left or right. I like that one. That one's fun to play for my friends. But I want to leave it up to the people and you. These are the ones that I looked into. For women over 50, I was informed that the best apps and dating sites are Match, eHarmony, Silver Singles.
Okay.
And it's called Our Time.
Oh, Lord. That sounds like the end of time.
So I want to see what the success rate of these apps are. So we're going to do a little digging before Lisa comes on next week. And I think that should be your homework assignment, Mom, is to investigate to see maybe Barb will find her future love of her life on Silver Singles.
Maybe. You never know.
I mean, eHarmony is kind of iconic. Oh my gosh, Mom, if we play our cards right, maybe Match.com could sponsor the podcast.
There you go. See?
Okay.
There you go.
And with that being said, it's been a while since I said this, so I gotta dust it off. Thank you to everybody who is listening to the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. Thank you to everybody who's been showing up for the last 30 episodes and now 31 episodes if you're listening to this. Please, as always, keep supporting by following us on Instagram, TikTok. We definitely got more social content coming. We got stuff cooking, some really good stuff that I really want to disclaim here. I think the biggest thing for us was putting ourselves out there in a very authentic and organic way. And I started chronicling me and my mom's conversations because that's literally what we do and is the reason why we have the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. So when we're not filming, I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I keep the people who are listening to us still part of our daily? There's so much. I thought we could save everything for the podcast and we cannot. So our game plan now is to put all these other little conversations that we have that are sometimes a little dramatic, sometimes outrageous, and 9 times out of 10 not that serious as we make them, but that's why you guys hopefully love us. We're putting them out there into the ether, so I hope you guys really enjoy that. Please like us on Facebook. Please, if you feel inclined to let us know if there's any topics or just want to show some love or you want to tell us that we're stupid bitches, please email us at hold on, I'm calling my mom podcast at gmail.com.
What? No.
So please share to your friends, get the word out there. This is the only way that we will continue to just keep putting the word out about the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. So share to a friend and please leave a review, rate us on Spotify and Apple where you can listen to us. And of course, subscribe to us on YouTube where you can watch us if you don't want to just listen to us. You want to see
Our
my gorgeous
matching.
face.
Yes.
If you
and
want
our
to see my
matching
gorgeous
onesies.
face. Yes, and our matching and Barb's gorgeous face and our matching onesies that I had planned accordingly for us. And if you want to be on all the props, please tune into our YouTube channel. But if you're the type of girly that likes to listen to us in the car when you're driving, thank you. I fuck with you too. Thank you. There's a special place
Yeah.
for everybody here. So with that being said, we have not heard this in so long. I hope Barb actually remembers what this is.
That's right. All right. It's time to hang up now.
No,
Bye.
that's
Oh,
not
I'm
it.
hanging up now.
Girl, bye. Bye.
No.
Do it again. Run it back.
Ready? I'm hanging up now. Bye.
Call you later.
Call you later.
Love you.
Love you.